After reading the Book of Influence, I've decided to do the topic of reciprocation. The definition of reciprocation is a mutual exchange or a return in kind or of like value. So basically, it's when somebody gives you a favor or something, you return the favor, give them something back usually of greater or equal value. An example from the chapter Reciprocation in the book, the author talked about a basic situation that people see in everyday lives between customers and waitresses at a restaurant. When the waitress gives you the check and she leaves a mint with it, a study has found, according to the author, that the waiter or waitress will end up receiving a larger tip just due to gratitude in reciprocation. Another aspect of this chapter that the author talked about is a strategy or strategies to get a favor in return. So an example that the author used was a Boy Scout offered the author a $5 raffle ticket, and the author declined. So then the Boy Scout offered them a $1 chocolate bar, and the chocolate bar the author ended up accepting that offer due to feeling bad for denying the first offer. This is a strategy he uses by basically the author describes start negotiating very high, so then when you go lower, the people will feel bad about denying you earlier, and then maybe they'll have a greater chance of accepting your second offer. There is science to do with people feeling the need to owe something back when given something. So furthermore on that, I'll play a brief clip of this video on YouTube.
Hardwired into our mental DNA is the need to reciprocate. When we receive a gift, the regions of the brain associated with emotion and decision making light up. Studies on the social and psychological aspects of this activity show that receiving the gift triggers a cognitive conflict that must be resolved. The easiest way to resolve the conflict is to give something in return of equal or greater value. In psychology, this is known as the theory of reciprocity or social reciprocity.
So as you can see from just that brief clip, there's science and psychology studies that show why humans, because it triggers something in your brain to want to give something back to someone when you have received something. So in conclusion, reciprocation is something that is part of everyone's everyday lives. It can do with friends, coworkers, strangers, anyone that you can think of, because there can be examples of this every day with anything. Nobody ever really wants the feeling of owing something to someone. And with that, that is my presentation.